everybody, it's Shalene, and the past week and a half I've read 4 books. And so the first book that I read was The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Awesome book. Romance, dark fantasy, supernatural. Set in 1812 in London, an 18-year-old Lady Helen is presented to the Queen like a lot of young girls were back then. She meets up with Lord Carlston and soon finds out that she has these powers. And it goes from there. I liked the characters. I liked Lady Helen. She ends up meeting up with someone that's notable that asked for her hand in marriage. She asked him to wait. I found this to be fast-paced. The ending was great. Lady Helen really couldn't tell. You couldn't tell who you should trust and who you shouldn't trust. And this is book 1 of this series, and I really want the next one. And then I read Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This is book 1 in the series. This has got time traveling in it. Etta was a violin prodigy, and in one night her whole life changed. She found out that not only has she traveled miles, but centuries from home. Or miles and centuries, yes, miles. Her mother never told her of her family, and her mother is a time traveler and tried to keep it from her. She meets up with Nicholas, who is a pirate, and they're both on a quest to find an item to save her mom. This is very fast-paced. I enjoyed it very much. There's a romance between Nicholas and Etta. The ending was perfect, and there's a second book out. And Alexandra, please write it. And then I read Led Astray, The Best of Kelly Armstrong. This was through NetGalley for an honest review. It's a bunch of short story, and I really enjoyed that. I gave that a 3 out of 5. It's just a bunch of short story collections, supernatural books. And yeah, I liked it. There were some stories that were great, some stories, so that's why I got a 3 out of 5. Some stories were just a couple pages, and some were drawn out a little too much. And then I read another new release, called The Siren by Kara Cass. I give this a 4 out of 5 star. This was awesome. Sirens are women owned by the ocean. They cannot ever speak to humans. They can have contact with humans, but they're not allowed to talk because they seem to lure people in the water to kill them off. Like they take down cruise ships and that to kill the people off. Their voices put them in a trance, and they just go in the water to die. The main character in this, Colleen or something, I can't remember, she ends up meeting a boy that she likes, and she spoke on accident, and things have gone on from there. But sirens give their lives 100 years to the ocean, and then they're given back into the world. And they forget about being a siren. They don't remember who they are. So I really highly recommend this book as well. And then next week I want to read, starting today, is Pam Jenoff's Almost Home. I don't remember what this is about. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I have this, and this is the first book, and then the second book is called A Hidden Affair. So these are the 2 that I want to read. And then I got another one from the library called This Is Where It Ends by Mareki Nijkamp. And I heard this has to do with like school shootings, I guess. Yeah. So, from what I've listened, it kind of sounds like 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult. So, I'm not sure, but this sounded really good. So, I'm looking forward to reading this. I got it from the library. So, those are the 3 books that I plan on reading this coming week. Let me know what you've been reading and what you plan on reading. Bye!